Nestled high in the Colorado aspen groves, this treehouse was born from a simple idea. What if you could host dinner parties in the canopy? The concept started as a whimsical notion, a cozy gathering spot suspended among the trees, but it quickly evolved into something much more intentional. The design had to balance that rustic, almost storybook charm with real functionality, because this wasn't meant to be a seasonal novelty. It needed to work year-round, for everything from summer picnics to quiet winter afternoons with a book. The result is a structure that feels like it grew out of the forest itself, with handcrafted log construction, multiple decks, and an interior that's warm enough to make you forget you're 30 feet off the ground.
The treehouse reveals itself through a screen of white-barked aspens, their golden leaves catching the light like something out of a painting. It sits perched on a massive evergreen, its log walls and wraparound deck blending so naturally into the forest that you almost miss it at first glance. The structure is elevated on sturdy timber supports that angle down into the earth, giving it that classic treehouse feel, while keeping everything solid and secure. There's something magical about the way it occupies that space between the ground and the canopy. Not quite earthbound, not quite sky-high, but perfectly suspended in between. Getting closer, the craftsmanship really starts to show. The log construction uses a notched corner technique that gives the walls their distinctive interlocking pattern, part structural, part decorative, all character. A spiral staircase winds its way up from the forest floor, leading to a mid-level landing before you reach the main entrance. There's a smaller side deck off to one side, tucked under an overhang, which becomes this intimate little nook. It's the kind of spot you'd gravitate toward with a cup of coffee in the morning, away from the main gathering areas, where you can just sit and listen to the wind moving through the branches. As evening approaches, the treehouse takes on a completely different personality. The interior lights glow warmly through the windows, turning the whole structure into this inviting lantern hanging in the trees. The upper deck railing is illuminated by small fixtures that cast a soft light without overwhelming the natural darkness of the forest. There's a real sense of transition here, from the bright, active energy of daytime to something more contemplative and cozy. The treehouse doesn't fight against the encroaching night, it embraces it, becoming a refuge that feels even more intimate once the sun goes down. The upper deck is where that original vision of hosting gatherings really comes alive. A simple wooden table and chairs sit on a patch of green turf, set up for an impromptu meal or an afternoon of cards. A red lantern sits at the center of the table, part decoration, part practical light source when the sun dips below the tree line. The railing is low enough that you feel connected to the forest around you, with wire mesh infill keeping things safe without blocking the view. Out beyond the deck, the aspen canopy stretches in every direction, and on a clear day, you can see the mountains rising in the distance. This is the summer picnic spot, the place where conversations stretch long into the evening, and nobody's in a hurry to go inside. Inside, the space is surprisingly generous for something built in the trees. The walls are lined with the same warm-toned wood as the exterior, creating this enveloping cabin feel that's impossible not to relax in. A compact sofa sits beneath a pair of windows that frame the forest outside, with built-in shelving on either side holding books and small treasures collected over time. To one side, there's a desk tucked into the corner, a dedicated spot for writing or working, because even in a treehouse, life goes on. Across the room, a small kitchenette with open shelving and a compact counter provides everything needed for preparing meals. The whole layout was designed around the idea of hosting, people moving between the kitchen, the dining area, the couch, everything flowing together in a space that feels intimate without being cramped.
From a distance again, the treehouse settles into the landscape as dusk deepens. The lights inside and out create this warm, welcoming presence against the darkening forest, a beacon that says someone's home, someone's gathered, someone's making memories up in the trees. The structure has this remarkable quality of feeling both adventurous and domestic at the same time. It's a treehouse, yes, but it's also a home, a gathering place, a retreat. The design succeeds because it never tries to be more than what it is, a thoughtfully crafted space that honors the magic of being elevated among the trees while providing all the comfort and functionality needed to actually live up there. It's the kind of place that makes you want to climb those stairs, step onto that deck, and stay a while. What started as an idea for a unique dinner party venue became something much richer, a space that serves multiple purposes across seasons and moods. The treehouse works because every element was designed with intention. The upper deck for summer gatherings, the side deck for quiet solitude, the interior for cooking, working, and resting. It's a place that invites you to slow down, to notice the light filtering through the aspens, to appreciate the sound of wind in the pines. And at the end of the day, when the lights come on and the forest goes dark around you, it delivers on that original promise, a cozy, rustic, utterly unforgettable setting for making memories with the people who matter most.